ride, Wiggy.
Yep, I'm good at flying the Papa Piggy.
Well, it isn't that hard, is it?
Hello. Quiff doesn't think that flying the Papa Piggy's hard, but it is.
But what about sailing Ha Ha Ha's Bottlebrush boat?
Yikes! No, I wouldn't try that. Remember what happened when...
Of course I do.
There's a big story all about the Bottlebrush boat. You're not going to believe it. Well... It all started at the Ha Ha Hairies' house. Ma, Pa and Minnie Ha Ha were loading stuff into the Flufferpuffer.
And we were watching from the bumblebee bush.
They were putting in life jackets and rubber rings.
And all sorts of very interesting things.
Woo! Quite weird stuff, Quiff. Where do you think they're going?
Dunno, but wherever it is, we're going too.
And they were off. They're going on a journey in the They're going on a journey in a happy, hairy group. They zoom, zoom, zoom through hairy land. Then puff, travel through the forest of trees. They're going on a journey in the fluffer, puffer, poop, 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 zoom, zoom, whiz, whiz. Poop, poop, zoom, zoom, whiz, whiz. The Ha Ha Hairies had come to Ringlet River,
Where Ha 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 kept his boat.
it was a Bottlebrush boat that Pa had made out of old bottles and brushes.
We landed in the wifty-wafty willow tree. Ma and Minnie were very excited.
Because this was the day to float in the Bottlebrush boat.
Minnie went off to pick some hairy berries, while Ma and Pa unloaded the Flufferpuffer poo.
But up on the hill at Chateau Shampoo, someone was playing. Can you guess who?
Boris Boo-hoo, what's he gonna do? Boris and Boise were sailing paper boats on the pond. The fuzzy frog was feeling mischievous, and he did this.
He scared Boris.
Boise laughed. Then he went inside to make a new boat.
Boris was going to get his own back on that fuzzy frog for sure.
Down in the curly swirly meadow, Ma and Pa had put everything in the boat. Then they realised that was a mistake.
There isn't room in the boat for them.
Shush. So they started to take everything out again.
Boris was looking through the hairy stairy, looking for an idea to get his own back on the fuzzy frog.
He saw the Bottlebrush boat.
And at that moment, he had an idea. A way to scare the fuzzy frog.
Oh, the Bottlebrush boat, and Boris will sail out to the sea so blue and bright.
To catch a fish as big as a whale.
With the mouth of a giant and a flappity tail.
Ooh.
And he'll bring it home to his garden pond to serve the fuzzy frog right. But how was he going to get the boat? What Boris needed was a plan. Boris needs a plan, he needs a plan as quick as he can. He needs to plan a thing so right.
He needs to plan his next design.
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
A fisherman!
Yes, Boris was going to catch a big fish and bring it back to his pond to serve that fuzzy frog right.
And off he went.
Meanwhile, back in the curly swirly meadow, Ma and Pa were ready to set sail when suddenly a fisherman arrived.
Oh. They don't know Boris, do they?
No, Wiggy. They never know it's Boris.
Then Pa suddenly remembered something. The bristly brush stick boom.
They wouldn't be able to put the sail up without that.
Now was the fisherman's chance to make off with a boat.
Oh, Nits! Oh, the Bottlebrush boat, and Boris will sail out to the sea so blue and bright.
To catch a fish as big as a whale.
The mouth of a giant and a flappity tail.
Ooh.
And he'll bring it home to his garden pond to serve the fuzzy frog right. But Boris hadn't gone anywhere. He'd made a mistake.
He suddenly realised the boat's not in the water.
Shush, Wiggy. Ma and Pa are coming back.
And Ma and Pa were coming back. So Boris jumped out of the Bottlebrush boat and greeted them.
Pa took the bristly brush stick boom off Ma to put it in the boat. But then this happened.
Rocked on the bottom.
Okay, Wiggy, okay. Why is bottom so funny? Pa helped the poor fisherman to his feet.
And said sorry for accidentally dropping him on the bottom.
Then Minnie came over the bridge and said sorry for giving the fisherman a fright.
Bottom.
Shush, enough.
Ma settled him back down.
Pa fixed the bristly brush stick boom.
Then he remembered the sail.
So Ma, Pa and Minnie went off to the Fluffer Poop to get the sail.
Now was Boris's chance to make off with a boat. But he had to get it in the water.
Oh, the Bottlebrush boat, and Boris will sail out to the sea so blue and bright.
To catch a fish as big as a whale.
With the mouth of a giant and a flappity tail. And he'll bring it home to his garden pond to serve the fuzzy frog right.
And that didn't go very well.
No. And Ma, Pa and Minnie are coming back.
As Pa, Ma and Minnie arrived with a sail, Boris tried to sneak out of the boat.
But he nearly fell in the water. Ha Ha Hairies thought the fisherman was hilarious.
He nearly ended up in Ringlet River.
So will you if you're not careful. Watch.
Ma thought the fisherman would be safer wearing a life jacket.
Minnie had attached the sail to the bristly brush stick boom. And they started to try to push the boat into the water.
This was Boris's last chance. He decided to help with the fishing.
Oh, the Bottlebrush boat, and Boris will sail out to the sea so blue and bright.
To catch a fish as big as a whale.
With the mouth of a giant and a flappity tail. And he'll bring it home to his garden pond to serve the fuzzy frog right.
Is it going to go in?
It's in! Yes, the Bottlebrush boat was in the river. But just then, who should arrive?
Nana Ha Ha! And she'd made a hairy pear pie for the boat trip.
Boris seized his chance and jumped into the boat. But it wobbled, and Boris wobbled. And Boris couldn't keep his balance, and into the water he went. Oh, God.
Yes, Boris had fallen in Ringlet River.
The Ha Ha Hairies hadn't noticed. They were too busy admiring Nana's pie.
And all Boris could do was to run back to Chateau Shampoo as fast as he could.
Everyone was surprised to see that the fisherman had gone.
Oh well, now it was time for the boat trip.
And off they went.
When Boris got home, he collapsed by the pond.
And he never did catch catch a fish as big as a whale. Boris is never going to get his own back on the fuzzy frog.
Nope, but he could do this back to it. I can do a longer one.
Let's do a loud one both together.
Okay.